How is everybody doing this fine evening? My name is Alan Roberts. So this is kind of the follow-up to last week's Reactor Summit. Now, some of the reactors are stuck in traffic, those sorts of things. So I did have to change the time. But I also was going to start this week off a little differently anyway. So I am sure that there are going to be people watching right now that may be upset at how all this has been handled with Alexandra Rodriguez. And I understand, I kind of get it. I get not wanting to, feel the worst about people or those sorts of things. But I just want to say that I would give any of you the option to speak face to face too. Like, I had a bunch of people say something to me about that. Like, we didn't give any of Alexandra's fans or whatever, or people that support her, a chance to speak. I want to let everybody know that means you weren't watching, because I openly suggest to everybody that they can come on. Almost all the time. I bring my trolls on. They don't come on anymore, but I bring them on whenever they'll come on. Because here's the thing: it's just fucking words, people. Like, I understand a lot of people are extremely, extremely upset about words that people spoke because it's their opinion, but I'm very sorry that this is a weird thing to you. Like, I've gotten a lot of messages this past week about how I should just leave her alone. That they, they basically have like a hard time, like, understanding why anybody is doing this. Hang on a second. No, all the speakers did last week. All the speakers had their cameras on. I make anybody. If you're going to come on my channel to say shit to me, you're going to do it with your face. So, and you can check last week; they all had their cameras on, because that's how I roll. It's weird that, like, why ask a question you can easily fucking research yourself? I don't know how that's happening, by the way. Just because somebody blocks you on YouTube does not mean that you can't see their stuff. It's not how that works. So, I do watch his channel, though. I think he's interesting. I don't think she has the power to make it so people can't see her YouTube channel. There might be a glitch or something like that going on, unless they change something in YouTube. Because I can guarantee your ass fucking this. V-Shreds had me blocked a long goddamn time ago, and I can still see his shit. So, a long, long time ago. Let's see what else we got going on. So, I do want to just put this out there. Just put it on open. Like, if there's any of you out there, you don't even need to argue in the chat or anything like that. Here's the rules, right? Here's the rules. You have to have your camera on you with no disguise. And I know for some of Alexandra's fans, it's going to be hard because 4 pounds of makeup. But no disguise. And you can come on live with me. And you can tell me exactly what you think about me and why you think this is horrible and blah, 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 blah. All of that, because for those of you that didn't see what happened last week, I got a bunch of the reaction channels together of Alexandra Rodriguez, because she was basically copyright striking these people to a ridiculous, absurd amount, to the point where I can't prove this, but I believe that YouTube reached out to her and said, hey, you should withdraw these because you are going to get your channel taken away. Hang on. Are all of the Alexandra Rodriguez fans required to have camera on? Absolutely. 100%. Why wouldn't you? And if you're, that could be Alan Roberts fans too, so that they would have to have it on too. Yeah. But yes, they're required to have it on. But what's the beef with V-Shred? Can you do a video sometime on that? Yeah, if you would look on my channel, I bet you'd find, 30 of them. So just look anytime you fucking want, motherfucker. Could you make a video on that? How about you fucking do 2 seconds of research? And V-Shreds is a piece of fucking shit that doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Absolutely not. He might be a little bit more educated now, but about 4 or 5 years ago, he's a scammer. Yes, V-Shreds is a fucking scammer. your 3 body type quiz, 3 body types. So if you are lean, if you are skinny, or if you are dopey fat, that's not your fucking body type. That is just how your body is right now. You do not base workouts or your nutrition, especially based off of your body type, because shit, you can be all 3 different. You don't have a body type. It's just the state your body is in. And he used it to basically sell a whole bunch of people that didn't know a bunch of shit, a whole bunch of fucking nothing. Yeah, he's a fucking piece of shit. Anyway, back to this thing, right? But Alexandra Rodriguez basically copywrote stroke. I don't know how the fuck you say it. A bunch of the smaller reaction channels. Like I think Nella had 144 copyright strikes on her channel. 140 fucking 4. Like, how did you think YouTube was going to be like, excuse me, we'd like to have a word? Because that's how, I mean, again, 85 and below IQ. And that's like the average IQ of the Alexandra Rodriguez crew. And just so everybody knows, 85 used to be the actual line of mental retardation. They just moved it down to make people like Alexandra Rodriguez's fans feel better about themselves. But, and that's not the whole to make them feel better about themselves, but that's true. The IQ of 85 used to like we were considered slow, you know? But these very, very, very stupid people who were buying into all of Alexandra Weight Watchers things. And what happened, I believe, was it's like people don't realize that it became so much more than just her doing stupid shit, right? Like this woman is trying to be famous because of who she is. Like she wants to be famous for her. Like she wants to be famous, right? She wants people to look at her life. She wants people to look at her style, her tips, her advice. She wants to be an influencer in every way, right? And she constantly claims about being like transparent and this and that. And she has been caught lying over and over and over and over and over again, Like she has been caught lying and about very serious shit. And then basically was caught pretty much supporting her pedophile father, right? And made a video last week after the Reactors. We had the little summit, and we all openly talked about how she was a pedophile supporter. I mean, because she is. Factually, there are letters to prove it. And the apology wasn't an apology. The apology was spin, because all of a sudden now it's an issue because all of us were saying how she's a pedophile supporter to a larger audience than so it got out. So now she needs to do some spin on it, but it's the truth, right? It's the truth. And we've all done videos on it, but her apology video was a bunch of lies, like lies and misdirections and shit like that. It really was. So I don't understand what people are having a hard time with. Like, I know we've got a few of her fans in the chat, or it could be her for all we fucking know. But like the insanity of it is that now all of a sudden she's trying to claim victim of the people that she was trying to take their channels, like she basically went at and I'm sorry, these people did not go after you. They did not go after you. They are, if you are going to put yourself on public display as an influencer, like your advice, like here's my thing. I don't talk about knitting. I don't talk about shit like that. I don't even make cooking videos, and I am a fucking tremendous cook. I'm an excellent cook. And I don't do that. I stick to fitness and health and public health and public health policy. And those are things I've had like experience with, like because I was a healthcare executive and wrote public health policy and those sorts of things, right? So about any of that, anybody can make any videos on they want. Anything I talk about like fitness and scientific stuff and the healthcare stuff and all that stuff, you guys can make videos critiquing me all you want. I 9 times out of 10 would probably say I don't watch other people's shit that they make about me. But if you think you have a valid point where somewhere I was wrong about something medical or something like that, please feel free. I've been pretty fucking on for the last, however long, but she's making content based off of being a influencer. Of course, people are going to make comments about it. And Jane, I see in there. I'll let you in just a second. But of course, they're going to make comments. They're going to make comments, and they should. Like, you put yourself on the internet, especially trying to make money. You cannot always be only given positive reinforcement, especially when you're full of shit. And she is indeed full of shit, like tremendously. It's a day job. No worries. Honey Bison's here. What's up? If you haven't seen it yet, go watch Honey Bison's follow-up videos on the apology video. They are excellent, and I mean phenomenal. But so I'm going to bring Jane on. And Jane, how you doing?
Good evening, Alan. Good evening, chat. How are you?
Good. So I really think that, like, it was an interesting week, right? So I'm not really, like, truly in your guys' world. Like, I make videos about her, but I'm not truly, like, I react to a bunch of other stuff too. But I'm going to say this very, very realistically. It's pretty much done. Like, I mean, you guys have, through your efforts, have made it so that just about everybody knows or will know, if they go to her channel, what this is about. Well, when it gets to the point, I
agree. Yeah, I agree. At this stage, she can't be making enough money to sustain the lifestyle she pretends to have. So,
she could be. It depends on how her. Just so you guys know, it depends on how her videos are monetized. It depends on how many residual views she gets. She's been at this for 11 years. She could be getting millions and millions of views, especially because she's on multiple platforms. So, my thing is though, that will still dissipate. Her YouTube channel is going to have a very, 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 very hard time surviving if she keeps the comments off. Extremely hard,
But
and
that'll have a channel. I just support you guys and the rest of the reaction channel and yourself. But certainly, if you look back at her views a few years ago, they're way down compared to what they used to be, And after this week, there has to be even less. Those stands who continue to support her, they have now been divided. So there's less and less people wanting to see her, and rightly so. She should not have a platform. She shouldn't have had a platform for quite a long time, in my opinion.
See, here's why I disagree with it. Okay, like, and I understand where you're coming from, but here's my thing. As long as there's people like you and like the other reactors that can have a voice, like, we should let everybody speak. Like, here's my thing. Like, I'm, and this is a little. I mean, obviously, this is my politics and stuff like that too. But I'm like a free speech absolutist. Everybody should be able to say anything as loud as they want, right? But everybody should be able to say anything back. And up until now, this is basically what's been happening. The larger channels are able to squash the smaller channels from speaking. And she even tried to do this, like, she basically tried to do it with all the reaction channels here, right?
Yes.
And I just think that is the difference, right? Like, you guys let her speak. And, like, I know it doesn't seem like you guys are saying she shouldn't have a platform, but you got to be real. The people that follow her now, like, half of them do it just because they hate being wrong about her. Like, she'll have that's why a lot of people still stick with, like, the whole COVID bullshit. Like, people still wear masks because they couldn't be wrong, right? So these people are I couldn't be this wrong about this woman, right? People, or just the truly horrible pieces of shit people that don't mind if she supports a pedophile, like, and that I guess people like that need somebody to follow too. I don't know, but letting her have her platform has done this to her, right? Like, so I hear what you're saying, but this is the type of I know people are going to disagree with me. This woman is getting what she deserves, like, truly getting, what she deserves, right? Truly. And
so many
I just
people
think that, like,
have invested so much time in her, and they can't get that time back. I think that's a big issue as well, because she has been on YouTube for quite a long time, Well,
I think that's a reason why they won't let go. They feel like they've watched her go through a bunch of shit, and then, like, I mean, think about it. A lot of these people have watched her lie about the chin thing, the tummy tuck, the gastric, the the lap band, and then like other stuff. They've watched her lie, and they're still following her. So they're so invested at this stage that this is not going to do anything. Like because then the next follow up question is, the people that you said that her fans are divided. What took half of you guys so fucking long? Like, I mean, I'm sorry, but like you like, especially if you're a very devout fan, like there's going to be a lot of people in the chat right now, like probably who's this woman? This woman's a huge fat woman who supports her pedophile father. That's basically who she is. I mean, but the thing about it is they're going to support her no matter what. Like, I don't know why it took this long for people to not. Like, she's objectively a bad person. Like, you can watch her lie. Like, if you just sit back and watch her, you can watch her make shit up, you know? And I just think that, I think she's, go ahead.
Sorry, Alan, there's a bit of a time lag from Ireland here. The problem I have as well, all of the reaction channels and you have mentioned over and over about the paedophile father. And we've been called trolls. And we've said, go and do your research. Are these people too ignorant to do research, or did they just ignore that? Because I was speaking to someone earlier and they said, you know what? It's a relief that the truth has come out. And it really is, you know, the fact that, well, half the truth. She's only given half the truth, is she? You know, she can't tell the truth. This is the problem, you know, but it's a relief.
And the thing, yeah, it is. I mean, the way I'm viewing it is like, here's a person that got famous young. She's mentally stunted at a younger age, and that could be from trauma too. I'm not saying this woman didn't go through shit. By the way, for all those out there, people are like, I had so many messages. Well, she's a victim too. Well, she's a victim too, which is weird. I got so many messages this week, but like none of these people are in the chat. But the thing is, like, there's multiple letters written. Like, she lied in her apology. You know, like she lied in the apology. Like, she definitely misled people in the apology. And then, like, if you looked at the comments at the very beginning after the apology thing came out, all positive, all positive, all positive, all positive, all positive, right? And then it got to be to the point where it was like people made their follow-up videos and it just crushed her, right? So give me one more second, Jane, and then I'll let you talk for a while.
Sure.
Whoever this is, I will do whatever the fuck I want on my channel. I just always got to say that to anybody that tells me what I should be doing. So anyway, go ahead, Jane. What were you going to say?
Also, it's scary too, the amount of time it took for people to actually realize that she is lying, you know? So what does this say about the people who watch her?
Well, that's a good point. I mean, but it's just like what we were saying here a second ago. She's literally gotten to the point where, they followed her through how many lies now? That's the thing. Like, as long as they're following her through, you know, decades and decades and decades of lies, they're going to follow no matter what. You know, they're absolutely going to follow no matter what.
Even after she has insulted every person that has been SA'd, every victim of SA, she insulted in that apology.
That was wild. That was wild. I noticed that when I was watching it just raw, like where she was like had sex with a 15-year-old. Yeah, that's rape. That's rape. I mean, like, I don't even know, like, when she said that, she was like, I had sex with a 15-year-old. Like, that's rape. And then you find out, then when you find out it's like her adopted sister or whatever, that makes it even just fucking crazy. Like, like, you don't even give a shit about like, talk about still showing that you're not on the side of the victim, you know? Holy shit.
She failed to mention as well, Alan, she failed to mention that person was a member of her family. I was adopted as a child. I'm a member of a family, you know? So that was another cruel blow to people who are adopted or even stepchildren or foster children. She took people from every angle and insulted them greatly. And she expects to come back and make money off other fools, you know? And we have to say also, Alan, there has to be some percentage of the people who still follow her that unfortunately have been SA'd in the past.
Oh, I mean, well, I'm sure she lost that. You know what I mean? Like, those are the ones I'm sure she lost, right? But the chances are those people are just going to disappear. Like, and rightfully so. Like, you know, and that's fine. They don't need to become like, they don't need to like do the full switch. But at the same time, I just wonder if you are a victim of sexual assault and or know people that are victims of sexual assault and watch that video, how you can still support that woman. I gotta wonder. I really do. Like, I gotta wonder about you, because anybody that knows a victim of sexual assault and would listen to that, like there was a very clear effort to make sure she did not say sexual assault. It was wild, right?
I was speaking to parents of some children straight after it in message, and one particular person who is in the chat quite a bit and in comments told me that they were crying and their S8 victim was beside them and they were crying. That's how deeply affected they were. Just watching the video, just watching that 4 minutes.
That's horrible.
Video. Yeah.
Horrible. Let's see here. So here's how this works to the Alexandra fans here in my chat, because we're going to do this. Your options are, at this point, to hit this link and join me live with your camera on you. You don't need to give me your real name, because I couldn't give a fuck less about you. But you get a chance to come on live. You have to have your camera on your face, 100%. And if you don't take me up on it, you just don't get to talk anymore. Because, I mean, basically this teaches everybody a lesson. She was trying to censor people, and now you get censored too. So, and they won't show up. None of them are going to fucking do that. But, anyway, here's the thing, and I don't want to hold everybody too long. I want to see if anyone wants to jump on, and I wanted to have a talk about this. This is one of the things I got to say to everybody out there. This is why reaction channels and channels that are in critiquing channels, you don't even need to call them reaction channels. You can call them critiquing channels, because to critique is to learn, right? But this is why they're very, very, very important, right? This is why it's important that you get the other side of a stance. Like, and I mean this. If there's people that make videos about me, because I don't know, because I don't watch them, but go watch those videos about my shit too. I don't care, right? Like, I mean, I want you to. I want people to have as much information as possible. I really, really do. But this is why reaction channels and critique channels are very, very, very important. Because they check people's content, and they check people. She gives horrible nutrition and fitness advice. So, horrible, and you can that should be checked too.
Yeah, and you can speak from a professional point of view regarding that subject. Right. We all come from different angles. I came from the child protection, and at one point, I actually felt that I needed almost to protect her audience, because I believe they were young, vulnerable people. Now, it's quite likely that Alexandra Rodriguez is watching us now. How about she comes on here now, because she silenced everyone else? How about you come on camera now, Alex, and face the music? It's not all about you. It's not just, you're not the only one with an opinion.
Oh, and hang on a second. Here's the thing. If I block them from talking, because I just don't like, my thing is, if I give you a chance to speak to me, then then you're not gonna just keep talking if you say no. That's how it is. So
no, you have to show yourself, and as well as that too, Alan, it gets in my gut too. So many people, they have insulted you, me, all the other reaction channels, the people in the comments, etc., under false names. I go by my own name, and I've nothing to hide, and I can't be doing. I think social media need to look at the fact that if people are going to say such horrendous things, they have to do it under their own name. That's my opinion.
No, I mean, I'm not sure. Listen, Alexandra Rodriguez Reactors Roundup, you can either join or not talk anymore. But I'm just letting you know that's where it's at, because this is exactly why I do this. So my channel does not get overrun by fucking trolls in the comment section. So you are officially in timeout.
Why can't it come on? Why can't that person come on? Because she has a channel.
I'm sure. She's just afraid.
Yeah. No, she's not afraid of the camera. Come on and face us and have an adult discussion.
And they're not. So listen, I'm going to give it 5 more minutes. I'll take questions from the crowd, and then we can go from there. And who's that? Alexandra, right? She's not going to. She's not going to. Like, here's the thing. And if she does, and I'm wrong, great, by the way. Because then sometimes people are like, haha, I did it. Like, fabulous. But this is the thing, right? YouTube comment section is not where adults talk, right? Oh, yes. So, Natalie, you have to have your camera on you. There she is. All right, bring you on. Natalie, how can I help you? Natalie, can you hear us? Natalie, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Thank you so much for having me, Alan.
Of course. What can I do for you?
Yeah, so I am a huge fan of yours. I'm a social worker by trade. I'm in Minnesota.
I thought we were about to fucking scrap.
No, I'm one of those peace-loving social workers. So I'm sorry to disappoint you.
No, I'm just kidding.
She's just such a horrific person. I'm just so happy that you're covering her. I've been watching you for like probably 10 years, and you inspire me every day. You inspire me every day to go to the gym because it's every damn day fitness, and I do it, and I work full time.
Thank you.
And you've been a great inspiration. And
thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You know, I'm a social worker, so I like to be kind. But the thing is that nice is sugar coated, and the truth is kind. And if I can be kind to my clients, then I can help them kind of understand where they are now and where they could potentially be. But I don't want to sugarcoat shit either. So
I have a lot of clients who are actually social workers and stuff like that too, because it's like you guys just get to hang everybody's stress on you, right? And that sucks because then like cortisol levels are like that. But
definitely,
like I think that like there's almost now two schools of thought between social work and even psychology and a bunch of this other stuff, right? There's like the very allopathic form where it's like, okay, we're going to drug and surgery and we're going to process all these people after that, and then there's the hey, we just kind of got to like tell everybody the truth about shit. You know what I mean? Because like it's just gotten so far away where people don't even want to hear the truth anymore. We are so far away from the truth, like so far away from how things really are. Like, and again, one more time, people. I'm a weight loss coach. I've lost 100 pounds myself. But when you have a 280-pound woman pretending that she is like killing life and shit like that's a problem for her and everybody. Like that is a massive form of denial. I would argue has some elements of mental illness to it, like it really does.
I don't want to give too much of myself away, but I work in an inpatient hospital for mental health.
Oh, so yeah. Oh, so
And it's a county hospital, so we're safety net, and it just pisses me off so much about the healthcare system. But I know that's another issue. But I feel like Alexandra is a byproduct of this system, where it's just like, we're just so fucking addicted to sugar, and I feel like sugar and carbs and processed junk food, it does a number on people's mental health as well as physical health, and it'd be 80% of the people that come into the hospital, I feel like, if we could just eat clean and subsidize like fresh, healthy foods instead of processed shit, people would be so much better. But she's not killing at life. I weigh 175 pounds. I'm 5'9", and it's like I'm close to my goal weight. I'm not yet there, but I've lost 50 pounds from my heaviest.
Awesome fucking job.
It's a daily choice. I put myself through grad school and I'm still like going down in weight, and like I feel I don't have the obligation that she does, but I feel like if I did, I would actually love the fuck out of that kid rather than act like it's a burden. But
I love that you pointed out the concept of like the addiction portion of it, because people don't want to admit it. But if you look at how these people act about food, like how she acts about sweet stuff, that is straight 100% addiction behavior. 100% addiction behavior.
It is.
Natalie,
so
do you not think the best bet would be to get off social media completely and get help and raise her child properly.
Yes. And also the consumerism is mind-blowing. It's just I see, so from a social work perspective, okay, I'm not an expert. I have my master's in it. I'm not a therapist by trade or anything. Right. But I feel like, and trauma is being thrown around a lot in modern school. I feel like she's filling a void with these addictions to shopping and food and just numbing her brain with, like brain rotting herself through like TV and just like doing anything to like numb that pain, whatever she's going through.
Natalie, and she's selling this behavior. This is the problem I have with her. She's being paid to sell this behavior, which is endangerment.
Yes.
Yes, but no, like legally, no. But legally, it's not. Legally, the breach would never be made. Like, she's giving very, 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 very poor advice. Very, very, very stupid people might follow her advice, and that's dangerous, right? But at the same time, like, in reality, Alexandra Rodriguez is not some criminal mastermind. She's just some dumb woman that got famous too young and for being fat, right? Yeah. So, and
her lifestyle.
I just wish. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jane.
Sorry. Her lifestyle, I believe she's pretending she has a particular lifestyle to show success. In other words, you do what I do and you'll be successful as well. And that's not the case. Absolutely isn't the case. And we'll see that in the next
I hear you, but that is literally every fitness YouTuber alive. like there used to be a running joke how like you could see the same Lamborghini that like 4 different like muscle guys would claim that they all owned because they would all rent it on the weekends and then film videos with it. So, but the thing I'm seeing right now is, and what I'm hoping for comes out of this, right? I'm honestly hoping that at some point in time, Alexandra will take quite a long, extended break from social media. I do think she needs it. I do think most people that are on social media that have a very, very hard time losing weight, if you have been in the 200, unless you're a very tall woman and you've been over 200 pounds for a while, maybe you should stay off social media unless you're actively losing weight. If you're actively losing weight, it's one thing, but like, if you're very big, like Alexandra monetizing this was, of course, it was a thing out of desperation, but monetizing her weight loss journey after, especially with her audience was very into body positivity. That's actually not a very healthy maneuver either, too. Like she's setting herself up. Like she set all this up because she already fractured her audience when she switched over to Weight Watchers again and started doing all this stuff. Like she took a huge hit, right? Because if you're not body positive anymore, most of the body positivity people are not going to be following you. So she took a huge hit there, and now she's really hurt herself. Really, really hurt herself. And it couldn't happen to a nicer person.
No, it couldn't. She's not. And as I said last week, unfortunately, she's not a nice person what weight she is. Whether she's 300 pound or 150 pound, it's still in her. She needs to be, in my opinion, in residential therapy for as long as possible. I don't know what you think of that, Natalie, but that's just what I see watching her.
Residential therapy, I don't know if she's big enough to lose weight to be put in residential therapy. And I don't think she's any crazier than
for the rest of her behavior, Alan, not just the weight loss, for the lies and the fraud and every time she comes on a video, there's always some issue with her.
I hear you, and while I agree that that's very shitty to be put away in a mental institution for being a shitty asshole online, many people would say that I deserve to be put away. I'm just thinking, it's this. I understand she has a lot of people upset. You guys have won, okay? Like at this point, you guys have won, right? But also to be just real clear, like I understand where you're coming from, but the thing she needs locked up for being an asshole online. Like she could very well know she's lying and just trying to do it for the money. And that's not illegal, nor it's not ethical, but she's an unethical person. We shouldn't expect more. You shouldn't expect much from anything that you find online, right? I just don't think, I think it's very much, I think it's very much stretching it to think that she should be put away for her behavior, you know?
Well, it's harmful to the young, vulnerable people watching her and who have been over the years. She's doing them harm.
Yeah, but
you know,
she is. But that, like, if you were to say if that would be the barrier, every YouTube person would get arrested because somebody could claim that they harmed them in some way. Like you can't start like leveling that off because the second you do, it's the slippery slope of it's only approved messaging. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we could start off.
Like I said, one by one. What?
Start off one, you know, and work our way up or down the ladder.
No, we really shouldn't. Like we really shouldn't. We really shouldn't. Like that's if you start putting people away for being an asshole, that's not America. And I understand your island, but like that's absolutely not. She has a right to be as crazy as she fucking wants. Like she really does. And then I'll just keep making content on it, so it's win-win for me.
In her own home without a camera and not making money from it. She can be as mad as she wants in her own house, but not on screen, badly harming young, vulnerable people. What do you say, Natalie?
Well,
I said, hang on real quick. Young, vulnerable people are choosing to watch. Okay? Like they choose to watch. Again, you could say that you could say saying the word fuck is damaging young people. Like I hear what you're saying, Jane, but like I do think that maybe people should take a step back and realize that like you guys have valid reasons to not like this person, think she's a horrible mother, all those things, right? To think she should get put away for doing shit that every other fucking YouTuber does just about, I'm sorry, I think that that's a wild stretch. And I do think that means maybe like people are a little more invested than is healthy because like, while again, I agree with you, her audience could be sucking this up, but they are voluntarily watching. Like you cannot be in charge of the audience that watches you. You know what I mean? Like, and that's where I'm coming from with it. I'm not trying to disagree with you. I'm just saying like, since we're on my channel, I'm not going to want it said that I think that somebody should be put away for shit they say online because very frankly, that's not America to me. And I would throw. Oh, you did say put away in an institution until she figures this shit out.
In residential therapy, that's different. That's not prison. Not the last time I looked, but it all boils down, in my opinion. Sorry.
But it's still if you're in residential therapy, that means you're in the nut house. No. Not necessarily. No, there are cases like the Priory in London is one I know because my mother worked in it. But they're hospitals. So you think that she meets the criteria of needing to go to be put into a place for therapy until she's better.
Absolutely, 100%.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
What do you think,
I can't even.
You're a social worker. We're not. We're not social workers. What do you think?
Okay, so legally, no, she does not meet that criteria. Because there's no evidence that she's actively harming herself or others. Like, yeah, you could make the claim
by her weight, there is.
But she's not actively experiencing SI or HI, wanting to off other people or herself. And unfortunately she's taking good enough care of her child. Like, she's well resourced. So even CPS, they probably wouldn't even get involved. I know that's kind of on a tangent, but she could voluntarily choose to do a residential mental health program. I just don't think she has the insight or the judgment to feel like she.
Nor do the people around her. The people around her aren't helping. They're enabling her. I don't agree with you about the child, by the way, but that's not something Alan likes to get into. But I totally don't agree with.
We leave children alone on the channel.
Yeah. Anyway, the child shouldn't be on her channel. It shouldn't be there.
So, if other people meet this criteria, you think they should all be put away? You think that
Stop saying all put away. I don't mean put away. I mean in a residential rehab situation. She's addicted. People go to these places for alcohol, drugs, and why shouldn't she go for her food addiction?
Then send them all, though. but that's what I mean. Like, then send them all. Like, frankly, she would meet the criteria less to be put away for stuff like that because she's actually losing weight. And again, I don't like this woman. I'm just saying, like, maybe thinking that because we hate this person so bad that they should be put away or be forced into therapy. I know, but
she's not
but
losing weight, Alan. She's not losing weight. She's using filters. She's losing very little weight. Have you not seen the pictures, side by side pictures that the reaction channels put up? She puts a picture of herself looking slimmer, and then we see, so she's not losing weight.
Jane, she very well could still be losing weight. I'm not saying that, but she has lost weight from her highest, and she's lost weight since she gave birth.
Yes, I agree.
Since she gave birth. Okay.
Oh,
this is what I'm saying. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. It's the absolute, like, we got pictures together, and they might be 100% true. And I'm saying that they do. I agree with you. They do look true. But you guys did a good job of putting out what's the problem with her. But what I'm saying is, let that ride. Like, if you guys keep pushing like this, it's going to get weird for everybody. And that, like, it almost seems like you don't want to just have this person like have their channel die and all like that. Like, it's like you want to go farther. And I understand she's a pedophile sympathizer. I'm not either. But I'm just saying, like, maybe everybody, instead of thinking like this, like, it's like the whole Reddit thing, right? Make it less about her life. Like, I mean, like, we need to pull back a little bit, right? Is what I'm saying, right? Like, let her flounder.
I don't go to Reddit, and I never have. All I want personally.
But this sounds very similar, is what I'm saying. It's like that's what I'm saying. It's like it's a
very serious tonight, Alan. No, for a start off, I want to qualify. I didn't mean she needed to be put away. I meant, and I've said it in comments quite often. She needs to be rehabilitated, not just 1 hour a week in therapy. That's my opinion. I'm not, as Natalie is, a social worker, but she put herself out there. She put her child out there. She told the world about her life. Do you know why? Because she made money from it. So she can't say now that she doesn't want that, and we shouldn't be commenting on it or making videos like this on it. She set herself up for this, and now because it hasn't gone well, I've no sympathy for her whatsoever. I'm sorry. I'll tell you who I do have sympathy for. Some of her past followers and her child. That's after that, no sympathy whatsoever.
Of course, I agree, but it's also to the stage where I would think, like, okay, like, since, like, it's again, what I'm saying is this, like, the reason why I wanted to hold this tonight. You guys should be thinking about this as a victory lap, okay? And then just watch, like, because you guys, like, seriously, like, the only way that this does not get reversed, the only way that she claims sympathy, and this is from the strategist, because you can look back on the history of my channel. I have gone head to head with many 5 million plus subscriber channels. If you push too far, she becomes sympathetic. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I understand.
Like once the person is down, there's like that's when you take a step back and let the cards fall where they may. Because if you keep kicking, it does look like the person is much more sympathetic. Is what I'm saying. Like, that's why everybody should take like a step back. Yeah,
well, everybody should. And as I was saying to someone earlier, it's just a relief not to have people saying, "Oh, did you see this? Do you see what she's at now?" Because it just gets so bad very quickly. I'm delighted she's not around at the moment, and I hope to goodness she takes a very long break from YouTube. Where my situation is, I don't really want to have to deal with her anymore. Being without it is very healthy. And I was speaking to TCB earlier, and Shelley said the same. It's just a relief to not have to feel that you need to keep up the support to say that she's doing wrong. And we've said it for so long, and we were called troll after troll after troll. If someone said to me, that person's ABCD, and you can go and look it up and have proof, do you know what I would do? I would go and look up and get my proof. How stupid could you be to wait this long until she came out with half the truth.
I mean, I hear you, but that's the type of people that we're talking about. But listen, General Hospital's going to be on in about 14 minutes, so I got to go get ready.
We can't keep you
because it's a Monday.
Thank you.
It's a Monday episode. So, and Natalie, I would like reach out to me either on X at MFingCOO or at or on Twitter, MFingCOO. Let me know. Let me remind me about this, and I'll send you a link for my app. Okay.
Lovely to meet you,
So you can
Natalie.
join up.
No, thank you for having
Great.
me. I really appreciated this.
Thank you for having me, Alan. Thank you.
Oh, hang on a second. Alan, really? Do you know who the panel is? Ghetto, Bang Bang, Nella, Dog Killer, Honey. See, I love how they made nicknames for all of you. It's hilarious. And no matter what, you still support a pedophile. So have a great day. We'll talk soon. Thank you very much, Jane. We'll talk later.
Thanks. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.